distinguished commanders, principal staff officers, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, once again, good morning to all of you. Whenever I stand before civil audiences, it inspires me. It is simply because I am very fortunate and privileged to be in command of an organization which unarguably has some of the finest men and women that any organization could have. We are a victorious army. We were able to defeat an organization which was listed as a ruthless, as one of the most ruthless terrorist organizations by various countries without any outside help. And during that, Sri Lanka Army played a pivotal role. And all of us who are here today are members of that fine organization which brought relief to Sri Lanka as a nation and to its people. Therefore, once again, let me reiterate that standing before you all and sharing a few thoughts on this all-important topic, to me, is a very special privilege. I must thank the Commandant for that very generous introduction, and also I must thank the Commandant and his staff, and also Commander at Command for putting together the resources they have and organizing this event. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not intend speaking at length, but I would like to take a few minutes and share with you all the importance of training. Why should we go through training? And also I would like to share with you all the evolving nature of, few details about the evolving nature of the employment of land forces. Because I see we don't have anyone from the Navy and Air Force, so I will elaborate on the latter a little bit. As I said earlier, we were able to defeat one of the most ruthless terrorist organizations. That was because of our commitment, dedication, zeal, energy and professional competence. Nothing else. That is what got us here. Now when you look back at the history of war fighting, if you have read a little, you would have seen how it evolved. First it was bow and arrow, the cold weapons. We used to call these things cold weapons. Then it became hot weapons with the invention of or discovery of gunpowder. I do not know what to call it, but gunpowder was introduced and the entire battle space underwent a paradigm shift. Thereafter, a lot of weapon systems were introduced into battlefield. We saw during World War I how war fighting up to that point and beyond that took a serious change. Then when it came to World War II, it was again trench warfare and a touch of maneuver warfare. Beyond that, with the introduction of more sophisticated weaponry, it became maneuver and aggression warfare, a combination. Then we started exploiting the electromagnetic spectrum. We started going to outer space. All that was done to make sure that we would defeat our opponent without him being able to cause damage to us. In that process, your role as leaders, as commanders at tactical level, plays a very important part. You cannot defeat your opponent if you are not a professional. if you don't have professional competence, various military leaders of the yesteryear have at different times mentioned the importance of professionalism. Therefore, I think this theme for today's or this particular program is very relevant. What do you understand when you say professionalism? What is it? How do you become professionals in your chosen career? Professionalism, if you refer to a dictionary, would tell you that it is the art of doing your work in the chosen profession properly to the expectations of your subordinates and to your superiors. One cannot be a professional if he or she lacks knowledge. There is a saying, or there is a belief, that next round of fighting will be knowledge-based fighting. That's the belief. We have come a long way, and war fighting is as old as human race. So during these hundreds of years of evolution, we have come to a point where human being, amongst the living being, is now required to use its head, its thought process in overcoming opponents and adversaries. To do that, you need to be very competent. We say that through the window of history, we look at the glory of the future, or look at the future where we intend reaching. To do that, you need to have certain ingredients, certain attributes. You need to possess certain qualities. And at the Officer Career Development Center, which quite rightly stated by the Commandant, is our premier officer training institution. We do make a genuine attempt to inculcating. It is not one-way traffic, gentlemen. It is not just somebody coming here, speaking for 20-30 minutes, and you all thereafter shooting a couple of questions and closing down the books and going away. No. As officers, once you reach the rank of major, beyond that rank, it is self-motivation. I believe all of you all know that there are two types of artillery guns. In the broader sense, certain guns have to be towed. They can't be taken to different places in the battlefield if you don't hook it to a vehicle. But there are certain other types of guns which are self-propelling, meaning the gun itself has its components, the engine and the truck, sometimes wheels, and you don't need another vehicle to pull it. I would like all of you all to be the second type. Don't expect somebody else to pull you along. We have a major issue in this area where a lot of officers expect coaching continuously, to be taught continuously, and to be guided continuously. Out of these three, guidance will be there right now. But to be taught continuously is asking for too much and showing your weaknesses. So make use of this opportunity to develop those qualities where you yourself will be able to continue with this learning process in the future. if you are really seriously interested in making a career in this organization. I also like to take a few minutes in placing in context the current environment and the developments which are taking place across the world. We are members of a land force. The requirement of a land force or requirement of an arm is seen or is being compared today to the requirement of claiming the ownership of land. It's a long sentence, so let me make it a little simpler. What is the future of land forces? With the naval elements having the ability to project sizable potent force to far distances, and the air having the strategic reach, where do we stand as members of a land force? Gentlemen, to me, in today's environment, land forces are the most important component of any defense mechanism, because we are those individuals, or we are the individuals who stake claim for land, and land is what is very important in the developing world today. That is why you see across West Asia and in certain countries in the African continent, intense, serious battles are being fought to claim for land. In that, unless we prove that we are capable of delivering at different times, when there is a need to deliver, our validity, our relevance will fade away. Remember this. You will be required to confront different challenges in the future. You will be required to overcome bigger opponents, perhaps not in the immediate future, but maybe a little later. Unless you prove that you are capable of doing that, you will not be able to prove your worthy to a nation which sustains you. Therefore, in that light, please make use of this opportunity to understand what professionalism is, how one should achieve it, how one can be seen as professional, indulging in a certain profession, your chosen profession, which is the profession of arms, and also make use of this opportunity to sharpen your skills. I wish you all the very best, and I am certain that these next 2-3 days would be of use to you all. And 2016, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the year of training. I'll be fully focusing on training aspects and how we should just model our training to reach the future or to face the future. And you all are all stakeholders of that program. Therefore, make full use of this opportunity. Before I conclude, I just want to share with you all few lines mentioned or thoughts of General David M. Rodriguez. This general is an American general. He, I believe, he is still in command of the United States Africa Command. He, during one of his addresses, shared these thoughts with his audience. I quote, "Service to your nation is an individual choice. To be part of something greater than yourself. Service to the nation is not limited to a position you hold, an office you occupy, or an organization in which you are a member. Service to the nation is a sense of belonging, an aspiration to help, a desire to make your community or your country better. I repeat, service to the nation is a sense of belonging, an aspiration to help, a desire to make your community or your country better. We in green uniform, I have no doubts, have always been ready and always will be ready to serve our nation and protect our mother. Wishing you all the very best once again. Thank you very much.